Oh my God. Let me just say that these tabloids are tabloiding. I think I just made up a word. I don't even think that's a word. Tabloids or tabloiding. Anyways, apparently there's an exclusive from the Daily Fail. Why Ben Affleck changed his mind and finally broke his silence on JLo's divorce as she plots huge comeback. Comeback for what? Like, I just She said it best in her documentary when she said it's not like people are waiting for the next JLo album. She said it herself. And she's absolutely right. It really isn't. I mean, some of us haven't really waited for the next album since the very first album on the 6th, which was what in 2000, early 2000, like early in 2000. Yeah, I mean, it's been that long. Despite undergoing two extremely public divorces, Ben has long been outspoken about his desire to keep his personal life out of the spotlight. Yes, yes, Ben. Benito, we know this, okay? We know that you don't want to be talking smack. Like, I get it. She could talk smack, but you don't have to talk smack. But it's okay to like clarify things and make things, very clear about what did and didn't happen. I mean, if it's the truth, then where's the smack talking? The truth is the truth, right? That's why the world was left stunned when the notoriously private actor shed some light on the breakdown of his marriage to Jennifer Lopez during a recent candid chat with British GQ. He described their split as still embarrassing as he reflected on their very different attitudes to fame. Okay, so now a source has revealed to the dailymail.com that Affleck, 52, decided to speak out about the breakup publicly for the first time because he was so over the narrative that he was the bad guy with Lopez being a victim, or Lopez was the victim. Thank you. Look, I don't think that Ben Affleck is an angel by no means. No. He is not an angel. I don't think so. Matter of fact, I don't think that they are angels, either character, quite honestly. I think that they both have toxic traits of themselves, right? But I did see this happen, especially on Twitter. There were a couple of accounts that you could tell they're PR accounts. These accounts were already like before the actual announcement of any divorce and stuff like that. These accounts were already like working towards painting a narrative about Ben. And that's when I knew, when I saw these active accounts on Twitter, I said that those accounts, my friends, those are PR accounts, and I try not to give any light to them. I saw them, I know who they are, but they were digging on Ben's past and things that Ben said and making sure that Ben looked some type of way. And this was before the divorce situation was even being rumored. That's when we kind of knew, at least on the YouTuber side, that something was up with Ben and JLo, and that some of these Twitter accounts were going to be gearing up to spill information about Ben and paint him a certain way and make JLo into this like survivor of narcissism and abuse and stuff like that at the hands of Ben Affleck. I did feel like that was the agenda. Now, do I think that Ben is an angel? No. To me, Ben looks like a very difficult person to be with too. And honestly, he's private. He's kind of private and he's like very much to himself. Whereas JLo wants to be out in the public. She's not really ready to retire. She's not. She wants to be out there. She wants to be photographed. She wants to be followed. She wants that attention, and she's okay with it. But Ben is not. Right? Ben is not. He's had his run-ins with the media. You could see him. He has that, again, that Fucci resting bitch face that like no matter how many Tums or Advils he takes, he's always going to have that face because he just doesn't like the scene, right? He can appreciate being an actor and doing all those actor things, but he doesn't really like the social life of being in Hollywood, which is Jen is the opposite. I could see Ben being a complete asshole to be with if Jen is kind of like the opposite of that, and him kind of making excuses and him maybe not to wanting to perform and be so performative all the time. But I don't think he's a bad guy. Not at all. I don't think he's abusive. And I do think that J-Lo had already had, allegedly, in my opinion, her PR campaign up and running. Let me tell you when we saw a lot of this PR campaign too, just so people are aware. When last summer, when the whole TikTok situation was happening, um, there were TikTok bots, and they were going into people's comments and saying certain comments about the way in which Jennifer is, how she's so regal about certain things. I could definitely see a PR situation happening where they were ready to defame Ben's character. It's just not uncommon whatsoever, guys. Not at all. Now, the article further reads, they added that the Batman alum hope it would give them the closure he desperately needed and will stop the constant questions about their split so that he can move on and focus on his career and family. He is so over this divorce and the narrative that he was grumpy and that Jen was the victim. That was a theme that I saw a lot. And it was a group of Twitter accounts that kept writing the same narrative. It was almost like they were copying and pasting certain things to say about Ben. So I definitely feel like Ben was on to something when it came to that. And it further reads, it has been a year since he left, and he is hoping that the breakup will stop the constant questions. He is ready to focus on what actually matters, his career and his family. This gave Ben closure, which is what he needed. The source further says Ben had never planned to address their divorce because it was a private matter and he respects Jen. That's what I thought. Like, I never thought that he would even address the divorce just because I felt like he respected her too much and was a bit more of a gentleman that people kind of gave him credit for. But I am telling you that I feel like a lot of this, like, and People is very quick, like the People website, People magazine, People website specifically, they're very quick about like rescuing Jen. I don't know if Jen hired somebody in, PR that has the people connect to the editors and stuff like that so they can quickly drop a story that needs to be dropped because they're very quick at fixing things and things like that and getting everything added. So like People even did a article today. Ben is done talking about Jennifer Lopez after breaking silence on divorce, and this is an exclusive source. Everybody's got an exclusive source, which really is a PR manager that is in connections with the editor, and then that editor then kind of receives the information, and there's your exclusive information. Nobody ever directly talks to the celebrity, just so everybody's aware. He's done talking about JLO. He's not proud that their marriage didn't work out. He didn't want to hurt her, but but now he wants to just focus on his work and kids. Okay. So, let me just say this. Again, a PR situation. I did see yesterday that when we found out about Yolanda Saldivar's parole decision, JLo used that moment to basically say how she is going to be starting in a movie with Edward James Olmos, which is interesting. Edward James Olmos called her out, I want to say in 2012 or 2014, about how she taps into the culture, the Latino culture when it's like beneficial to her. So it's interesting that they're going to start in a movie together. Okay, but the announcement I think is a little bit distasteful because it's like we're thinking about Selena. We're not thinking about you know you guys in a movie. Like we're thinking about Selena's day. This is like a day of justice. So we're celebrating her. We're not celebrating you doing a movie. Like, read the fucking room. I'm so tired of these people. Like, this is how you so out of touch with the people is when you don't know how to read the room and you be doing stupid shit like this and you think people don't notice. Read the room. It's Selena's day. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And hit the like button. Oh, and before I forget, our little channel got a shout out by Perez Hilton. Thank you, Perez Hilton. I'm a fan. The original OG right here, Perez Hilton of blogging. Shout out to him. Thank you guys. Bye, guys.